It's the 30th of April, 1990. This is the 1st of May now. This is daytime. It's going out into the open Gulf out there now. There's the island we used to go out to. There we got Carol in her hammock. Almost touching the ground. Not quite. This is site number 201. It's a very pretty site number. I mean, a very pretty site. We like this one. Try to get it again sometime. Site, if you didn't hear it before, this is site 201. General Jackson, what's going on? This is Friday, May 4th. Cruise on the Cumberland River. This is at Opryland.
It's only a paper moon sailing over a cardboard sea, but it would be make-believe if you believed in me. Say you believed in me. Without your love, it's a melody played in a penny arcade. He's from heaven. Don't you know each cloud contains pennies from heaven? You'll find your fortune falling all over town. So make sure that your umbrella, cause if you want those things you love, there'll be pennies from heaven for you and me.
Right along the river now. Your homes.
Hi. This is Peg and Jerry.
Oh, hi.
From Salem. They live at Horseshoe Cove. And they came to visit us at Grand Tower.
I thought he was taking pictures of
I am now. We got here about noon today.
Yeah. Oh, we got moved.
There's Tower Rock. He's coming up around the curve now. There might be two there.
Are you gonna go see the mermaids, Don?
Ohio, July 3rd, 1990. This is the Air Force Museum here. Got 150 different planes in that from World War II on up. An Apollo, space things.
Too much of each one, but it's okay.
It's the World War II airplane.
Big.
It's a B-52 here.
Wow.
There's some other planes. C-124, like I went to Africa on. 47, that's what I went to England and back on. That one. 24, C-124 again. And I went to Africa and back on. That's the B-47. That's what I used to work on in the Air Force. One of them, most of the time. 80% of the time I worked on it.
And the other part?
Huh?
The other part you worked on what?
KC-97. I haven't seen them yet. Take a picture of it. It's a B-36. It goes all the way over to there. B-36 had 90 foot of bomb bay doors. It had 6 reciprocating type engines and 4 jets like on the end, 2 on each wing. 97 tanker, like we had at MacDill when I was in the Air Force. I worked on them a little bit, not too much, but they were oily and greasy. Here it is from the other way now. See, it's got reciprocating engines. They only had 4 engines on them. It didn't have these 2 outside, or this 1 outside jet. This is Carol and Neva, Jack and Neva Shelf. This is their house in Maryville, Ohio. There's Jack. They're across the street from us in Florida. Hi, Jack. There's our fifth wheel in the back. We got a lake over here. If I find it. I guess that's it there. There's the lake. Very nice place. It's the 4th of July, 1990. There goes the cat.
He was going to sit on the chair and have her stand next to him in my face. Neither one of them. You shake me with your hand.
Oh, no, my hair is blowing.
Nice, blinding me. This is from Big Pocono State Park in the mountains now. That's probably I-80 over there, you see. In Pennsylvania, yeah. This is July 8th. Kind of hazy. Very hazy. This is looking the other way now. And you can see it's very hazy. Not really pretty. Here we are, this is the 8th of July, Point of Gap Overlook, Delaware Water Gap, National Recreation Area. This is some of the rock formations along the river. Delaware River. Well, this is a river.
Delaware River. It's New Jersey on the other side.
Yeah, it's New Jersey over there on the other side of the river. And that's the point, that's the high point along the gap. That's what I just took pictures of before. They're rafting on the Delaware now. We're in Delaware right now. We see more from this side than we do from the other side. Down here they have rafts. The mountains on the other side, it's more flat on this side. See how this is here? Well, there's the mountains. The Poconos.
Just this side.
New York.
For the Empire State.
Statue of Liberty from Battery Park now before we get on the ferry to go out. This is July 10th. About 9:30, 9:45 in the morning.
New York skyline. Here.
York skyline. We're headed out. Here's a view from the base, top of the base. There's the Empire State Building.
Oh, did you? Yeah, really? How wide?
There's the Twin Towers.
It's Wall Street in New York. It's a narrow, kind of a narrow street, and it gets narrower at the end. It's a pretty building here. Oops. I think that was higher than this, Tron.
Yes.
102 floors. Okay, saying this is on the top of the Empire State Building.
This is the
Observation tower.
It's only the 86th floor.
It's 102 floors. We're on the 86th. Overlooking New York City and Hudson River.
Is er gar nicht so tief, wie ich dachte.
A long way down.
Schön ausgekommen. Shit, look at all those taxi cabs down there. See all those taxi cabs?
There's
Oh, yellow ones.
I didn't even see them.
You don't see them? Oh, you can't see that they're yellow. Mutti, gib mir mal bitte.
There's the Statue of Liberty. That's Central Park. This is the Hudson River. We're just above West Point. It's July 14th, 1990.
Look at that way over there. It looks like a castle, but it's not.
Hudson River Valley. There's somebody skiing right down there. This is looking the other way now. This is looking north. Little hazy. Lost his skier.
This is part of West Point. And it overlooks some of the buildings overlook the Hudson River. Here comes the group running, exercise, I guess.
Let go, finger, put it in your hand. Rollin', 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 rollin'.
Back on?
At that chapel in West Point.
Coming back again.
This is the chapel inside. Oregon. There's 18,000 pipes in its origin. 5th largest in the world. I mean, the roof of it. From outside the chapel, there's a real pretty house or some kind of building right over there. And this is an athletic field.
Constitution Island.
This is an overlook from West Point. This is the Hudson Valley, Hudson River. Now we hear helicopters, but we don't see. There they come. About 5 of them. Very pretty area. Another view. There's the band shell. Whatever it is. The Hudson River Valley just above West Point, and this is part of West Point right down in here that you're seeing. This is all West Point from up on the hill. This is from Route 9W, going north towards Newburgh. Very pretty. Over here is their ski slopes. They have a ski slope, they have golf courses. Picture of our site at Newburgh KOA, Hudson Valley KOA really. Very pretty campground. We've been here 5 nights now because of having the truck worked on. There's a swimming pool. They have basketball court, a little pond to fish in, little lake. They have miniature golf, all kinds of stuff. And there's another site, very close to us. Oh, they're all very nice sites. Those aren't exactly restrooms, those are showers. The restrooms are on the side. All the showers go in from the outside, which is nice because you don't, in case there's some empties, like on women's side, you can go on the other one. There are no, some of them empty and some of them used. Nice big swimming pool. They have a TV lounge, adult TV lounge. They have a family room where they show movies every night. And they have a rec hall for kids with games and that. There's the building. Very nice place. KOA campground we're staying in Lake George, New York. We're going to stay here 2 nights. This is the 14th. This is Saturday, July 14th. Very pretty campground. About 100-foot high pine trees. You just pull up in the area. There's no paved sites or anything. This is more of it. It's about 7 o'clock, 7:15 in the evening.
What? This is Lake George. We came over Tongue Mountain, and this is at the bottom, and this is Lake George in New York. It's a hazy day, and this is Sunday, July 15th. Somebody water skiing. Sailboat. Little islands.
This is Ticonderoga Falls, the town of Ticonderoga, New York, yeah. And there is a covered bridge. In the park.
Okay, this is the Fort Ticonderoga in New York. We're going to take a picture of. Okay, this is the Fort Ticonderoga overlooking Lake George.
And this is Lake George. Probably, no, maybe not. Looking down, going back down towards Lake George, town of Lake George. This might be Schoon Lake. It's like school, S-C-H-O-O-N. Very pretty. It's at a rest area. This is Lake George Village.
Kind of like the Ozark Village, Lake of the Ozarks, or Myrtle Beach. A lot of amusement parks, water slides, big beach, boats.
There's a guy, hang glider being, what do you want to call it?
Oh yeah.
Towed by a boat. There's another one.
Motorboats, sailboats, cruiser.
Those are different cruises that go out on the lake. A few boats in here. Another shoreline cruise. That's another one goes out on the lake. And that's another one. That's the Ticonderoga.
This is where New York gets their water, drinking water from, I believe. This is supposed to be a real clear lake.
There goes, look at that one going to go out right there. Narrows of Lake George. This is going up Mount Prospect Mountain. A little bit hazy, but we can't help that. This is when we're here. Panorama view of Lake George. It's a little farther up than where we were before. I'll get to the town in a minute.
There's that building where we were sitting in CMC.
Don't know where. Right there's a church or
Well, that's
museum.
where, yeah, that's where we were sitting.
We were sitting by there when we took the pictures before down on
The boats and that. There's roads.
it. It's pretty. Here's some more Lake George out here. That down there by the dock. Here's Lake George from the very top now. Not the very top, but close to the top. Campground again, and this is a
July 16th, and this is some of the Vermont Green Mountains. We're driving through, going over to New Hampshire. There's a church from Vermont. Yeah. Little white church. Kind of going down a hill, aren't we? There's a little brook running alongside the along the road. Got a little stream on the side. Now we're Vermont.
I took a picture of the sign of it coming out.
It doesn't look as deep, but the White Mountains of New Hampshire. Kind of looks like the Green Mountains to me. Instead of all green trees, it has rock. That's why they call it the White Mountains, I think. And the Green Mountains of New Hampshire, Vermont, has all trees. This is Wednesday, July 18th, and we're leaving, where did we stay last night? Maine. We're going up to Bangor, Maine. And this is the way the houses are in the east. They're all together. And they're frame houses all the time. This is the back of it, and then I'll take the front of it. It's the house and the barn all together, so when the weather's bad, they can take care of their animals without getting out in it.
This is a pretty view. We don't know if it's a river or what it is. It's on the way up to Holton, Maine from Bangor. What switch it is.
And we're in Canada now, New Brunswick.
This is Thursday, July 19th. And this is the St. John's River up ahead. I don't know if you can see it. This is the St. John's River that we're going across. To go to a park, to camp. Okay, this is the St. John's River again. It looks like a lake, but it's really big.
First Canadian provincial park around Fredericktown. Frederick. Across, this is the Bay of Fundy. We're in New Brunswick. And across over there is Nova Scotia. There they had a big high tide. About 39, 40 foot tide. This is the Bay of Fundy again, and this is just a little sandbar. The tide's still going out here, as you can see the waves coming in.
Because I don't
We're going across this covered bridge.
This covered bridge, we're underneath it now, looking up at it. And there goes the covered bridge specialist. So what this is exactly? One lady just told us this water was blue. Looks green to us. Covered bridge, and there's a car going to go through it now.
God, it's starting to rain hard. That was the Point Wolf Dam.
Oh.
Constructed until 1985.
Here's the Point Wolf Dam. This is out as far as it's going to go here. And you can see where that little sandbar was before. That's now all the water's gone all around it, so it's a part of the regular mud flats now. Now, this is just about 5 minutes before low tide. We'll take some after that when we see the tide coming in. Tide is compared, because I don't think we're going to get much unless we get high tide tomorrow morning. See where the water is there. And about 9:15 at night, and I don't know, but there's that same water. Now you can see this is all covered with water now. There's all water out here now. Here's the shore. But there's the place that I had pictures of before. So it really comes in. Sticks and falls, this is the next morning. We'll walk back here. There really isn't a great deal of water coming down now. But it's here, we're here. Boat that was setting out on dry land out in the middle. Now he's still out in the middle, but he's not on dry land anymore. And here's the other one. He was sitting on the bottom too. Now this is the next morning. This is 21st.
Have you done that yet? Good. You get out about this out here about 200 yards.
Okay, this is the Rocks Provincial Park at Hopewell Cave, Canada.
They call them the flower pots. I want you to move over a little bit so I
told
can.
me to quit.
No.
Yeah, they call them the flower pots. And when the low tide is, I can walk out there.
I'll have, maybe Carol will walk out there later on this afternoon, about 2:30 or so. And if she does, then I'll take some of her. This is still in the day of Fundy.
There's been no change in that.
Those are trees on the top now, of the flower pot. The caves, the water, we're still at high tide now. Tide just started to go out again. The same place, about 4 and a half hours later.
6 hours, isn't it?
Yeah, about 6 hours later. Now you can see the water was right up to where that mushroomed out there. Now you can see them people down there. So you see how much tide there is. There's people walking down there now.
Did you say they're called flower pots?
Mm-hmm. And see way out there people are walking now. That's how high the tides are. Now it looks to me like that man there is about, he's probably about 6 foot. Looks to me like that's about 5 times as high as he is where the water was. Walking down there. Are over here in the caves from the same place that I took them earlier. And you see it's bone dry around them. It's all gravel. Down on the lower part, I might not be as high a tide as you think.
Why?
Because I looked like me when that guy was standing there, like about 5 foot. So, like about 5 times as tall as he was, and I don't think it is.
Okay. There's Don standing next to the rock. Now walk over to the middle. There, now he's out in the middle. And that's like a, see, it's like a big, there he is. There's Don.
There's Carol, and she's going to walk over to the other part now. Looking at the moss or whatever comes in. On the beach. Actually, we were walking on the ocean floor. At times it is. Now it isn't. Now it's a beach. Look at this sloping rocks. The caves are all washed in there. There's the steps we came down to get down here.
You get it moving.
That's the boar tide. Tidal boar, they call it here in Alaska, the boar tide.
In Moncton, New Brunswick.
22nd of July.
I don't know if I heard him. That guy's sitting out in the rock.
You can see the river.
This is the Petty Kodiak River. Look at the birds.
Yeah, we're getting the sound now. A lot closer to this one than the one
Yeah.
last year. Looks like about a foot, maybe 18 inches. At least a foot, yes. Moved fast enough you couldn't outrun it, I don't think. Hear the sound of it? That's it. Now it won't look so high. There's the boar tide. Now we're over on the Riverview side, across the mountain. Seeing it the second time. I mean, it's the first time it's got up to here. We saw it farther south. Then it came north and saw it.
Okay, this is Monday, July 23rd, and we're at the Northumberland Bay. This is where we're camped on this water, on the bay, and it's at Shediac, New Brunswick, Canada. The house is across there, and then that's a beach, private beach, but it's rainy today. I don't think I'll go out on the beach. Nobody else is either.
It's Atlantic Ocean. This is the campground. It's not the fanciest in the world, but
Called Ocean View.
Ocean View is what it's called. Go back over here and take a picture from the front of the truck out and see we're not very far from the water.
It is July 24th, Tuesday, and we're going on this ferry over from Cape Tormond to New Brunswick to Prince Edward Island. We're going on a 9 o'clock ferry in the morning. There's a line of cars and trucks and trailers to get on. And now we're going on the ferry up the road and onto the ferry. Amongst the tractor, no.
Must be over on this side.
Over here.
I don't know.
going to be a 45-minute ride. Now we're going off the ferry and all over on Prince Edward Island. Little houses on the island. Lighthouse.
Playing a bagpipe for us. Just come in the PEI.
Some of the scenery as we're driving to the campground.
This is Brackley Beach National Park, Prince Edward Island. A little gray-haired lady got her head in front of my lens just then.
This is some more of Prince Edward Island. We're taking a drive back to Cavendish. And we saw some of the national park. This is an inlet. Some of the farmhouses. This is a little fishing village, and these are all lobster traps. It's awful windy, so it might be hard to hear. The houses are all different colors. I don't know if you can tell or not.
What point is this?
Orby Point.
Orby Point, Prince Edward Island
National Park.
National Park. I'm going to bring this in, and I'm going to go out.
The red sandstone cliff.
I want to get the lobster boats out fishing, picking up their traps.
Church. Prince Edward Island. Fields are all blooming. That's what we thought we saw peas blooming early in the States, and it's potatoes. Grow a lot of these in Prince Edward Island. The old church too. Colorful houses of the island. All different colors, frame houses. This is just a little fishing village, and you see all the different colored houses called Tingenish Shores. And we're up at the almost the tip now of the drive. And there's the water. This little provincial park.
Tingenish Shores, this is. These are all the lobster boats, fishing boats. I got a pile of traps, lobster traps along the shore. This one just came in. He's refueling, I think. You can hear him running.
There's the lighthouse. And there's where they go out.
There's the lighthouse, and our electric is about to die.
Yeah, I know. That's where they go
That's
out.
where they go out.
There's another boat in the inlet or whatever you call it. Really windy up here on PEI. Another one behind him. I guess this is time for him to come in. It's about 2 o'clock.
Taking fish out of that container over there. He's unloading the boat we just saw come in.
Not lobster though.
Lobster, it's fish. So. There's a bigger one. Well, that wasn't. North Cape now is the northernmost point of Prince Edward Island. People are walking out. That's the Atlantic Ocean out there. Air is real cool. Probably can't feel it through the camera, but I can tell it.
For seaweed.
You hear Carol? She said the boats are out for seaweed, and that's the lighthouse there. There's the boat she's talking about. They're out for seaweed. The sky was real pretty here. At Cedar Dunes Park at West Point. Prince Edward Island. Huh?
All this white sand.
They call this white sand. We don't exactly do. There's a lighthouse that's being used yet, but it's not manned. It's not a manned one anymore.
View of the river and the countryside, and we just had a big lobster dinner at a New Glasgow community hall. Super great. After we rode a couple 100 miles in the countryside and the coastline, and it's very pretty. Some more country. Pretty green, bright green colors.
It's the sun shining on the water. Look at them. The clouds right there. It looks like mountaintops. And that's just clouds. It's just the way they're laid. Or just the way they form there. And over here are the sand dunes. This is Thursday, July 26th. It's a little fishing village on our way up to East Point on PEI. We were back in there, but Carol didn't want to cross that bridge you see in the middle, so we didn't go over it. But we'd have had to come out the same way anyhow. It's a quiet little bay, little harbor. Because of the Gulf of St. Lawrence and Northumberland Strait meet. And it waves here. That's the tide coming one way. And it ain't splashing against a shore, it's splashing against the tide that's coming the other way. There is no shoulder to hit now. I'm going to turn, and you'll see that the water is going the other way here.
And the redstone sandstone.
It's going at a 90-degree angle to them waves that are splashing the other way. See? There's the lighthouse, and that's one of the 3 remaining manned lighthouses. The 3 remaining lighthouses manned on Prince Edward Island. The rest of them are all automated. Get up.
Okay, we're on our way back from the ride, and this is in the national park again. And this is a hotel. It's called Dalvey by the Sea. I think it was owned by a Mobil Oil president or something, and now it's a hotel.
There's Carol cleaning mussels. I got 25 pounds of them. We got to clean them, and we're going to freeze them. There's a tray of them. They're not cleaned yet. They're not boiled. You put them over here in a pot and cook them. Just steam them like that.
And they open.
And they open. He will open. I couldn't see if he was open when it's open. And they're done.
It's Friday, July 27th, and we're taking another loop ride, and this is a little harbor called Murray Harbor, and it's a neat little harbor with white boats, and they go 35 of them stay here, and they go out fishing for lobster and all kind of fish. Thought it was neat. This is at another provincial park that we came to 15 miles from where we are on Prince Edward Island, and it's a Irish concert, fiddling and dancing. And in this section of the island, they're more Irish descent.
Well, it's nice people walking by in front. This is Saturday, the 28th. This is the type of ferry we're going to go on Monday morning to go back over to Nova Scotia. This is the Northumberland ferry service. Ferry. Docks in there.
See, you can go up on top.
This is where we're camped tonight, and this is provincial park. We have water, sewer, and electric hookup. And that's water out there. It's supposed to be some sort of a play put on right here tonight. Somewhere down on the beach or something. And up to the right here, up this way is where the ferry comes in and goes. Not here, but up a couple miles up. Picture of our campsite now. Right there we are. And what I took the pictures of before was from right here. There's Carol talking to the neighbors. But where I took those other pictures from, we're right by the truck, looking out towards the front. Looking out this way. Now this is taken from the campground where we are, so we're only that far from the ferry. Only about 2 miles. Comes Carol. We walked out there this morning along the beach. The tide was out, now the tide's coming in. A lot of people on it. He just waved, but I didn't catch him in time. Okay, now I'm going over to Nova Scotia. This is Monday, the 30th of July. We're about to the inlet that they got. There's Prince Edward Island. We're leaving the dock area. Coming towards us, he's going the other way, going over to Prince Edward Island. And the distance we're leaving it, that's the other side of the ferry now. Very pretty little island. We're camped in Nova Scotia tonight. This is the 30th of July rather, not June, that's past. And this is our view from the campground, from the campsite. Pretty nice campground. A little uneven, but pretty nice. It's breezy, you can see the windsocks flopping. The awning. There's the sunset, the 30th of July. This is salt piled up in Pugwash, Nova Scotia. It's piled up and it'll be shipped. It's a dryer. That's what it looked like. That's just salt. And there's a big ship and that's going to take salt out of here, out of this harbor. Anne Murray Center, country music singer. Rock. Now that's looking across this channel, looking across from Fox Point or Fox River on the lower side of that part of the Nova Scotia. Looking across the part of Fundy, Bay of Fundy, but it's a arm that's kind of minus basin is what it is. And it's the split rocks, the part of it. I'm standing in the guy's field. I walked out in the field to take this picture. Same thing. This is down towards Harrisboro. This is Diligent River. And this tide must come in. See, they have a wall there. The tide must come in pretty high here. They have about 50-foot tides in this area. We know that. Pretty though.
This is 5 Islands. This is where we're going to visit the people that stay in our park in the winter time. There's 5 little islands out there, and the water tide's out now. And this is where the high tides come in too.
Here is one of the 5 islands. There. There.
Okay, we're visiting Marjorie and Austin Lewis, and they gave us a good supper, and they took us to see this beautiful scenery in 5 Islands.
They were down in Florida in the wintertime.
5 Islands, Nova Scotia.
Yeah.
Nice.
There. And there's the trailer park right at the end of that tip, and the lighthouse is right by it. Really a pretty view. This again is 5 Islands. This is not one of the islands, this is the cape that comes in. Really pretty. We're high up, and this is the provincial park we're in. Then that's split rock. That's what we saw before earlier today.
There's where the big, they call it the gut there.
Uh-huh.
The tide is tremendous pressure down there.
Well, we'll see. We might get it.
Where
Right in the center of the picture right now.
Here's some more pretty scenery. We're leaving these Lewis's house now, going back towards our camp.
This is a picture of the river before the tide comes in. The tidal bore comes in.
Salmon River.
Salmon River.
True.
Go on, say it.
Go ahead.
Go on.
True, Nova Scotia.
This is a picture of everybody that's watching the boar tide come in at this place. We're still about 20 minutes away. Free parking here. Sorry, don't watch it. There you can see the tidal bore, the boar tide coming in. Here
You can hear it, see?
Yeah, here it comes here. There's 2 coming. Hear the water? Did you get it?
Well, I'm impressed.
I said, did you get it? There you can see how much
Becca,
rougher it is
watch
there.
one of the walks on by the shore and watch how fast the tide rises above it. Man, stop it.
What?
It got real rough there now. This is the harbor in Bedeck, Nova Scotia. Kind of overcast today, but we had a hurricane, tail end of a hurricane go through last night. There's a lighthouse. I don't know if it's used, but it's a lighthouse. A lot of sailboats anchored. Over there, it's raining like mad. I thought I'd better take the picture before it gets here, because I think it's coming. I can feel the raindrops. Where we're camped at that. That's a lake. There's 2 trailers there from right around St. Louis. That one is just hurricane, rain and wind came through last night. We didn't have a hurricane. We get a lot of wind and rain out of it. That trailer right there, I think we met that couple someplace early in the year or something. I don't remember where though.
Okay, this is August the 3rd, Friday, and it quit raining, and we had the tail end of the hurricane. So this is the river, and it's kind of out of its banks. You see the bales of hay in the water instead of where they're not supposed to be. That, see, they're full of water. They got water all around them. The river is supposed to just run along over there. It's kind of out of its banks. And then we're going to go, we're on the Cabot Trail now. We're going to ride this beautiful trail, they say. It's like the coastline of Oregon and Washington. Okay, we're going to cross that bridge, and this is that Margaree River that was out of its banks, and then it's going into the St. Lawrence Bay out there. Okay, now we're on the Gulf of St. Lawrence, and I guess a lot of this wind and that is still from the hurricane, and the waves are really coming in. And you can see the different colors, 2 different colors. The muddy one is the river. The Gulf is the pretty blue. One of the gift shops or food stores, and they got a whole lot of little scarecrows. They say scarecrows at play. You can walk by and see them all. Stand in between them. See, there's a sign, scarecrows at play. Okay, we're in the Cape Breton Highland National Park now. And this is pretty. This is way high next to the road. There's a road going up there. Somewhere there's lots of trees that we see, and somewhere there'll be lots of water. Look at it. There's a little bay there.
Uh-huh. It's like a little harbor going in there. Right there.
There's some more of the road that we're going to go on. The water.
Again, that we're going on. I'm going to try to get the different colors in the water. Because right out here, it's completely different colors. Dark, green, and dark again.
Some of the wildflowers you see in here now. Some purple and some yellow. Now I do. And this is thistle. I think that's the flower up here because they paint a lot of that.
This is going to come out, but there are some
Little one and a big one.
moose over there. Now I even lost them.
Oh. I passed it jutting out.
There should be an air.
See it moving? They're drinking water.
Yeah. I see them with naked eye. I don't see them with the camera.
Drinking water. Blue skies over there.
Yeah.
Look how pretty those skies are. Different colors of sky. It's because we're up high.
I guess.
River down
River down there. That's not a waterfall. That's a river coming down. Go down to eventually. Right now, we're clear around, and we're right up here. But anyhow, that's what we're going to get to eventually down there. Very pretty.
We went over a couple of mountains. Now we're in the valleys, going down into the valleys. And there's a waterfall.
This is a waterfall we came back to, 2 miles back here.
A pretty waterfall. That we didn't walk though.
I think it's somewhere around 70 foot high at least. This is the Bay of St. Lawrence, and the name of the town and the bay. This is as far north as you can go on Cape Breton Island. There's some more water collection over there. Here's a breakwater here. This is where they go in and out of their little harbor. There's the town. We were right out there. And now this is a little fishing town that I took the other way. This is the other part. We're leaving now, going back down the cabin trail.
Well, we came down back to Cape North and we're starting back on the Cabot Trail. Saw these white rocks on the other side. Here's another pretty scene we saw coming around a curve. Water beating against the rocks. Guess that's what we like. Come around in one corner and it's pretty, and then the next corner is prettier. This is the Atlantic Ocean side, and this is more like Maine, and the other side is more like Washington, Oregon. Okay, there's a waterfall. And the waves pounding against the rock. Very windy here because of the tail end of the hurricane. It's quite this windy usually. Water. Oh, that's just foam from the wave.
Another pretty spot along here.
Girls whale looking.
This is looking the other way. I'm going to take it to a cliff, I think. Here's some more. Falls. We came about 3 miles, 4 miles back in here, and then walked about 3 blocks.
There's a bridge,
There's the bridge we would have crossed if we went with the truck. We're going the other way after it leaves us here. Lodge. Up here. And then you look out onto the lake out here. Around to the ocean, really. The bay of the ocean. And down there is the beach.
Okay, we're up at by the Celtic Lodge, and now this is the Highland Links Golf Course. It's 6,600 yards, and it's a 6-mile walking course. It has the mountains in the background, and I think some places you see the ocean, and it's supposed to be beautiful. See, over there is the ocean. The bay, really, North Bay and South Bay. Okay, now we're on Ingonish Beach, and this is Celtic Lodge from across the water and the beach. Kids would have liked this, wouldn't you, when you were younger? This is like Myrtle Beach. Waves coming in. Pretty beach.
I'm on top of Smoky Mountain. It's Old Smoky Mountain. Or Cape Smoky. And this is the coastline from on top of it. There's a road goes along, if I can find it here. There it is. Right along the edge.
Water don't even look like it's moving, does it?
Looking the other way. This is on the way to North Sydney now.
We're still on Cape Breton. Say that.
What?
Just say it. This is St. Anne's Bay. We're still on Cape Breton Island, and we're going on the ferry tomorrow over to Newfoundland.
There's a causeway like, or I don't know what it is. It ain't a causeway, it might be a breaker. You see the shadow of the mountain in the lake. There's a town. Down into the open sea before long. He came by us this morning where we were camped. So it took him this long to get up here. There's the bridge.
Some of the bridge that he took a picture of. Now we're going to go across it. We looped back. Okay, this is the sun setting. Well, it's almost gone. And this is the harbor. We can see from our campsite today. This is August the 4th, Saturday, at North Sydney. There's a lot of boats out there today. And then the mountains in the back. It's a pretty campsite. I'll leave tomorrow on the ferry for Newfoundland. Welcome.
We should put the, well,
This is the campground where we're camped Sunday night, August 5th. First place in Newfoundland. Pretty nice campground, Provincial Park. In the background, huh?
The river?
Yeah, it's about a river. This is the morning. We're on our way to Great Codroy. The river. That's St. George's Bay, not Codroy River. I've just been corrected.
This is Monday, August 6th, and taking a ride on Newfoundland now, and this is the lighthouse out there called Cape Angeli. It's the most westerly point of Newfoundland. A little village here, fishing village again. This is another pretty area. We came over the hill. There it is. Some more ruggedness.
This is Marguerite on the southwest corner of Port Basque of Newfoundland. You can see there isn't much here. This is just some sort of a little inlet that comes in. You can see the fog is very heavy. We're not going any farther. We just ate lunch right here looking at this water. Pretty little rapids. Goes on down that way.
On river.
Must have a lot of iron in it.
Going along the beach? No. We're going along the bay. St. Lawrence, and it's at St. George's Bay or something. Some more of the rugged coastline. They have little fishing villages along the side every so often. This is, I said, the Gulf of St. Lawrence, I believe, and St. George's Bay.
The cliffs are just like that along there. Some kind of a mine or something over there. I think it's a phosphate mine.
Up here they dry their cod, and they usually lay them on racks, but this is hanging on the line. They dry them that way. Keep them. There's some more of the coastline. We drove all the way to the end of the road, and it was awful poor area, poor fishing villages. This is the coastline now, coming back.
Really a pretty view here. Starts in here. That's pretty right there. They have very strange colors.
Yeah, Don thinks these colors of the houses are very strange up here. We saw purple and blue, but we didn't take that. Brightly colored. Sometimes they're pretty pastel. Almost had to see it. Okay, that's another pretty coastline. Coming up over the hill. Layers of rock.
Here's the sunset.
This is Tuesday, August 7th, and we're going down this road and up and around and up this road. And there's a beautiful lake over there. If I can get it. I don't think I can. This is the road we're going on. Blue Pond Park. It's more green, but they call it Blue Pond. I always saw was a lot of lakes and brooks, and now there's Carner Brook. Carner Brook, about 25,000 people and that many in their area. There's a big pulp mill there. Here's some mountains on the side of us. Statler Brothers singing in the background. This is a pretty little brook, mountains. Very pretty drive. This is Wednesday, August 8th, and we're taking a ride back to Corner Brook. And we're going to take a ride out along the Humber Arm from the Gulf of St. Lawrence, and this is the Humber River. It's real pretty calm right here, and the rapids back farther. Back down to this little town called Cox Cove, and it's on the middle arm, and it's nestled way down by the water. Got the mountains on the other side. This is the Humber River, the Humber arm of the Gulf of St. Lawrence. And that's old towns across the road. We're gonna drive along that area next. That's a little bay. Fishing villages. They fish for lobster at certain times, and cod and mackerel. And all kinds. There's some fireweed. There isn't too much of it going up here. No, looks like. And then there's a glacier over there in the mountain. There's a little town over there across the river. Hazy in this area. Some more town. Some more glaciers. This is another view of the arm. This is some thistle growing. We stopped for lunch and had this view. This is the other side of the Humber Arm, Humber River. And there's a little town down in there named Curling. Pretty day today. They said it was 95 yesterday, 100 the day before, but it's not humid. Broke back there where we came up from. It's nestled in the mountains. A lot of hills in the town. There's a little harbor. This is called Frenchman's Cove. Yeah, and that's on the Humber Arm. Now we can start seeing islands out here. Called Bay of Islands. A dozen of them, I think.
There's the waterfall. Same waterfall now. That's about as close as we can get to it. A lot of water coming down it though.
This is Lark Harbor. We're about at the end now of the road. And then we'll go over to the Bottle Cove. That'll be the end, and that's on the Gulf of St. Lawrence. This is on the Humber River. These people live around here, and they think it's so hot. It might be 85, 90, but it's no humidity, and they're going to go swimming because they think it's really hot. And I said, is the water cold? They said, a bit, but you get used to it. And it's so beautiful here. This is the Bottle Cove. And that's the Gulf of St. Lawrence out there. And then this is a little cove off of it. It's so pretty here. Water's such a pretty color. We have a little fishing village over there. Fish for lobsters. There's lobster traps and boats. There's some more. It's so pretty. This scenery is so beautiful. It's just breathtaking. And there's a big ship going out up there. I don't know if you can see it or not. So pretty. So peaceful and calm here, and the people are so laid back. Little port at the end of the road, and there's all kind of seagulls there on the hill and in the water. I guess they're coming in with fish. And it's beautiful green water. Beautiful. This is Thursday, August 9th, and we're taking a ride up through Grossmoen National Park. And this is the start of it, and this is a fjord between the mountains. And there's a town over on the other side. Kind of overcast today. It's sunny over in that town, so I guess we'll run into sun. It's say we have to look out for moose on the highway because they've been coming out on the highway. We haven't seen any yet. We don't want to see them too close up in front of us. There's a road we're going up. This is Gross Moen Mountain, and this is what the park is named after. It's a barren mountain. People hike up there. Not us, but some people.
Gross Moen National Park. That's the open ocean. Or St. Lawrence, Gulf of St. Lawrence, we don't know. There's the road that goes up north. This is more or less a tourist village. I guess it's a fishing village too, but the wind is sort of blowing here. Probably hear it in the... My hat cap just left. I was reaching for the little cap for the camera. Carol grabbed it. Didn't in the water, and not going the other way. These are the arches. These are the rocks. See the water flashing in now on the watch. Really, all it is. Here's a different view of the... It is windy. And here you can see the waves coming in on the ocean, from the ocean. Very pretty. I mean, the water's coming in shore. Very pretty. This lake, was it Westbrook, Carol? Westbrook Lake?
Yeah.
And this is the 10th of August. Right over there, the fjord where it gets real close, where you go through, but we're not going to take the boat ride. That little jump there was when I started to get up off the picnic table and my knee buckled a little bit. I guess I get too old for this hiking business. We walked back here 3 kilometers, which is about a little less than 2 miles. They hold their docking places. They make like a crib thing out of it, and they fill it with rocks to keep it from washing away. Kind of interesting. They do that around telephone poles too to keep it from falling over. Right along the ocean. You can see here's the white caps coming in. They're coming in pretty good. They're probably going to walk off the beach. Now, we come in here, and evidently it's pretty windy here all the time because look at the way the trees have bent. That's a little stream, that's a brook going out into the ocean. You can see the current is going this way.
Baker's Brook. They got their fishing boats out here. And the rocks, very, very windy. Waves are coming in. These are their little fishing places. Oh, I guess. These are lobster traps.
We decided we're going to eat lunch here and look at water breaking over the rocks.
Okay, this is the east arm that we're going back by now, and it reminds us of Kluane Lake in the Yukon last year. It's like a fjord, and it's all along the road, and it's by the mountains between them. Very pretty. A little bit hazy.
Moose over there. Right?
This is Saturday, August the 11th, I believe, and we're camped at Botwood Municipal Park in Newfoundland, and this is the swimming pool. It's really a brook or a river, and they're just having a ball. I might go in it a little bit. It's pretty warm. They're really having fun. And just come down here and swim. Instead of going in a pool, they don't have pools. Lots of them here today.
This is on the way out to Twillingate. This is Sunday, August 12th. We're going out to Twillingate, which is on the shore. It's just a pretty little place. Twillingate. This is a pretty little town. Not like a regular old fishing village. Where? Over to the left, Carol. Carol said there's waves hitting out here, and I see them now. The wind is really blowing strong here. I don't know if you can hear me or not, but it's really blowing. Must be doing about 40 miles an hour.
Going out to the Lighthouse now, which is at the end, and then you see the Atlantic Ocean. That's out there, and this is called Wild Cove. It's so pretty. It's a beautiful blue. A lot of the islands out there, breakers, so pretty. A little farther in.
This is by the lighthouse. And this, I'm looking right straight down now. See the pretty green water down there? Pretty. This is the Twillingate. There goes Carol. We're going to go into this White House here. A lighthouse, rather. Up by the lighthouse. Evidently, we're not going in it. Film will probably run out by the time I get around here. They have a helicopter pad.